I'm back.
Oh. The holidays have begun.
Yes, oh no. Baking and cooking and yum.
All the yummy smells and togetherness. Well,
hey, wear a mask. Where did I hear that? Today from our new president-elect.
all I can just say to you is coronavirus task force of legitimate people.
And
Yay!
did you notice the diversity in the task force?
Oh my God. And the expertise and just the science and God.
Thrilling. Thrilling. I wore
Well,
my
we were
Argentine
saying
shirt
earlier, it's
today
like
and my
having
pearls.
that. I love your shirt. We were saying earlier how it feels like we were abandoned by a deadbeat dad, and now loving grandpa is here. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so exciting.
It is. And just everybody hang on to your hats for the next limbo period of it. But
What is it, 72 days? But I don't know who's counting.
it's going to be okay. It's all going to work out.
Yep, it will. Yep, and we're going to do Thanksgiving food this month. So fun.
I love holiday cooking. It's just some of the best food ever. I can't wait to share all of these things with you all and our family recipes and things we've gathered along the way and all our favorites. And it's going to be great. And it's a different year because, you know, a lot of us are going to be doing Zoom Thanksgiving or just with a few couple people or, you know, and so we want to sort of cater it to that too. So that's why you're doing their special
Apple
thing
dumpling.
tonight.
Yeah. We right this time of year, we should be in, if you know it was a normal year, we should be in Philly. Because my husband is a jeweler and he's in the Philadelphia Museum Show, which is usually held in the convention center where they're now counting votes.
Wow. Thank you, Philadelphia and Pennsylvania.
And then across from that convention center is the Reading Terminal, like one of my favorite places on earth to go. And it's like an indoor food and flea market, and there's all these food booths, Italian food booths and Amish food booths, and it is so much fun. And one of my favorite things that I would get when I would go there is the apple dumplings at the Amish food place. Wow. So I decided to make my own.
Yum. I haven't had an apple dumpling in years, or baked apple or anything like that. I mean, probably since the 70s. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, I've been baking apples for a while, but I like doing, if you want to, I decided to make the dumpling because if you're just having like a couple people over and you don't want to make a whole pie, you can do this. And you can do this, you know, just bake the apple, which is kind of like apple pie without the crust. Or you can do the apple dumpling. And I personally like to have it in the morning at the day after with like yogurt on it.
Yum. That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So to start with, I'm going to get here. The last time I made baked apples, I baked them with a little bit of hard cider on the bottom because I had some left over, but I'm going to make this.
That's a great idea.
Ginger apple juice.
Big B's is a company here out of Albuquerque, and they have all the most amazing apples and apple ciders and
I love it.
Pressed cider. Yum.
So I'm going to cook some down with a little bit of maple syrup and where's my ginger? And I'm gonna let that like simmer for while I'm doing all this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add a little ginger, fresh ginger, to it. But it already has some in there, but I'm gonna add a little more.
I mean, I want to point out something, Debrianna, that you've kind of taught me in this whole journey, and that is places where I normally would use water and a lot of
Oh,
different things, you put in really cool, flavorful liquids. Like you're putting in the cider here, you put
yep.
in stock in other places or milk or whatever the case is. You go for the gold with everything with the liquids.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it
into
makes a difference.
flavorful liquid.
But it makes a difference with the flavor,
Yeah, it
than
does.
just
It really
water.
does. And I'm going to add a teeny bit of cinnamon to it. Just a sprinkle.
Okie dokie.
Shake. That's a teeny bit, Peggy. It's a shake. I'm only going to make 2 apples. I have and they're small. I was kind of bummed out. I went to the co-op today, and I thought, oh, they always have really great apples there, and their apples were so puny. I was mad. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They're puny apples.
Well, but they taste good, right?
Yeah, they'll be. I mean, they're organic and they're from a
Are
local
they
farm.
Granny Smith or what kind are they?
Yeah, they're Granny Smith. It's probably most of the time I think it's good to use Granny Smith because they're a little bit hardier of an apple.
Yeah,
You don't want to use an apple that's soft.
right.
So I'm just adding I don't know, I think it's going to be about 1/4 of a teaspoon of fresh ginger to about 3 tablespoons of butter.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah. And it's soft. The butter's super soft. So just so you know.
Ginger is so great with apples.
Yeah. This is about 1/4 of a teaspoon of, I use the fresh nutmeg. You do too. This is my nutmegger.
It's the only way to go.
Mm-hmm.
The only way to go.
And then I have, these are cardamom seeds.
Mm.
And I like to grind them up myself. So
It releases the flavor.
Yeah, it really does. It makes a huge difference. You don't want to use the seed pod, that's for sure, because nobody wants to bite into a cardamom seed.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna put it in my mortar and pestle and grind it up.
Okay, I'm convinced this is Peggy, and I think she says, teeny bit shake, puny. Wasn't there someone else there, puny? You need to change suppliers.
It's true. All right, so that was 1/4 of a teaspoon. I think it ended up being with when it was ground up. The thing that you need to know is when you put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of the seeds, it grinds up into more.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if something's calling for 1/4 of a teaspoon of cardamom powder, don't do 1/4 of a teaspoon of the seeds and then grind it up because it's different.
Very good point.
Yes, thank you. And I have a 1/2 teaspoon, a healthy half of
A healthy
ground cinnamon, a healthy half, and then I have brown sugar. Now I'm only doing 2 apples. So I'm just going to do a tablespoon of brown sugar in here.
You know what we should do in the back cover of the cookbook? On the inside flap is all the different words we have for measurement.
I bet Peggy knows them all.
I know. We have quite a few.
We do. So I'm just going to mush this together into a paste.
Okay.
And this is, I want to simmer the apple juice. Or this is apple ginger, but if you don't have apple ginger where you live, just use apple. But I would say get a good one because it makes such a huge difference to get, maybe a local press like this is. That's so good.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's small as long as it's firm and it tastes good.
Yeah. All right. So, you know me, how I'm going to do my nuts.
Here she goes with her nuts.
Yes, I'm putting them in here. And I'm doing about a half a cup of nuts. That looks like a half of nuts in here. They're big. They're not chopped.
What kind of nuts?
These are walnuts, but you can
Okay.
use pecans if you want
Okay.
it. And I have them in this plastic bag. And I'm going to smack them and take out any of my pent up rage.
Take out your rage. Here you go. Anger management, Corona kitchen style.
That is anger management Corona style. Okay, that looks good.
That was a meat tenderizer, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
You
It's not
can
a whack-a-mole.
Pan.
It looks like whack-a-mole.
Yeah. I've used a frying pan before. I've used a hammer.
Oh yeah, all those things.
Yeah, they all work. Now I'm mixing in the nuts into the butter and sugar. Now I've also done this with instead of using brown sugar, I've used maple sugar, which I always have, and I know not everybody does. So I didn't do it this time, but you could.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon of raisins.
Those are like all my favorite things in a bowl.
I know. It's true. Okay, so that's gonna sit there while I do the apples. Now, the apples, you could peel them if you want. I like the peel, so I'm gonna leave the peel on. So this is how I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Come over and show the people.
Show the people.
Oh, magic camera! Hi, David.
Yeah. I'm just gonna cut around the core with a paring knife.
Okay.
Like this.
But
I'm not
such
going
a fantastic close-up. I'm excited.
Well, thank you very much.
And I'm
Because we never do it. We don't.
I'm not going all the way to the bottom, and I'm kind of going in at a little bit of an angle because
Okay.
I want to try and pull this out.
Whoa!
See,
It just popped out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go in with my spoon and take out any of the rest of the core. And I'm not going all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to leave, the bottom of the apple in place. But I'm taking out the seeds and the core.
Somebody's asking the apple. It's Granny Smith.
Yes, it's a Granny Smith. I think they make the best baked apples because they really kind of hold their shape.
And the tartness. The tartness is good.
I made like a little pocket.
How cute.
Isn't it?
That's really cute.
Thank you. And that's going to go in the compost. It's not going to go
Okay.
Okay.
I like that you don't have to peel them, Debrianna, because I feel like I spend my days in prison peeling apples.
Oh no, I hate peeling. You know what? All the vitamins are in the peel.
Yeah.
So I don't like. That's why I don't like peel. Like I like to leave the skin on.
I think in a baked apple, don't you think the skin holds like the juices and stuff? If you don't have the skin, what would happen?
Well, if you have the dumpling, it would be fine in the the pastry crust.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think it would. I think you need to leave it if you're just going to bake it. You know, otherwise there's nothing to hold it together.
Yeah.
It'd just be a big pile of mush.
It's just pre-applesauce.
Yeah. Well, and the trick is with these, with the pastry crust, you don't want to over bake them because they could burst inside the pastry. All right. So these, I'm just going to tuck these right here.
Your cider's boiling.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you want.
Yeah, I do. I want it to reduce a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, you're right. It is.
I just saw it.
All right. So in the meantime, before I do the pastry crust, I'm going to take this lovely stuff I made and shove it down in the apple.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dish you have there.
Thank you. I got it when we got married. I think your mom gave it to us, right?
Yeah, she did.
It's one of Michael Chiarella.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I really like it. Thank
Beautiful
you.
pottery.
Thanks. You might have a little bit left over. But see, if these were bigger apples, I wouldn't have any of that left over.
So you're making enough for 2.
Yes. Now, yeah. So now here's the deal. If you wanted to just bake them like this,
Mm-hmm.
you could put a little bit of this in the bottom, cover this with foil, and put it in the oven and just bake them like this.
Okay.
But I wanted to do the pie crust.
Okay.
Around.
Yay.
They're so
Yay,
cool.
pie crust.
Yes, because they're cool. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. I'm gonna roll my pie crust out. Now I could have made pie crust, as could you, if you want, but I'm not gonna. I had some in the freezer.
Already made?
Of course I did.
Or from the store or already made?
Yeah, I had one already in the freezer that was already made, so I just decided to use that.
Okay.
I like the ones from Trader Joe's. I mean, if you don't want to make the crust, just buy one. It's always better if you make your own, but hey, it's a hack.
It's really okay. We're not going to judge you if you buy it. Okay.
Yeah. And so I've had this out. See, this is Trader Joe's pie crust.
Okay.
And I thawed it out and left it out a little bit before I came on the show, so it got to room temperature, so it's pliable.
Okay.
So now I've got it on my board, and I'm going to roll it out into a circle.
Yeah, because it looks like a half one.
Yeah.
You're going to make it smaller, reconfigure
Well, I'm going to
it.
roll it out a little bit. It's
Okay.
probably more than I need, but we'll see. Because the apple is puny. Have I said that yet?
We know your apples were puny at the co-op. Co-op, if you're listening.
Get bigger apples. But they're nice organic ones. So there you go. Okay, so
Yeah, you
there you
always
go.
want to get organic apples.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they spray them with some scary stuff.
Really scary stuff. Where's my egg? Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm gonna crack an egg into here, into this little bowl. That's gonna be to close it up.
Oh wow, that's the glue.
That's my glue. Yeah. That's Corona kitchen glue. Yeah.
Corona kitchen glue.
Yeah, it'll work. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger.
Oh, you're gonna make a cute little thing right now.
I am. Yeah. So this is how
wow.
I kind of bring up the edges like this.
Oh wow.
There. It's like a little pocket.
Oh.
Isn't it
It's
cute?
like a cute little
dumpling.
sack of apple.
Now, you could, if you want to get fancy, you could like wrap it up in a like folding it over like this, like a pie crust. But I'm going rustic.
The old rustica.
Yeah. And I'm just using the eggs to sort of paint it so that the edges all stay together to make a pretty thing. And where's my little can? Oh, here it is. And then I want to spray this a little on the bottom.
It's like a apple bomb.
It is. It's an apple bomb. I'm just using a little coconut spray on the bottom.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
And no flour, just spray. Okay.
Yeah, just spray. And then I'm going to set my apple in there.
Oh, cute.
Isn't it cute?
Very cute. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it gets out.
Yeah, it's going to be cute. All right.
Mm.
And then here comes the next one. Get some flour. And see, this is super easy. I mean, like, and it's such a beautiful presentation if you're only having a couple people over. It's kind of cooler than pie.
Yeah, and if it's just A couple, because a lot of us will just be couples, in America, not going anywhere or having anybody over. It's nice for two people
Yeah. There. Try and
or
move
one
this.
person, because then you could have one for breakfast.
Yeah, they're delicious. I'm telling you, they're so good with yogurt. But you know,
Mm.
for dessert, you
I
can,
was going to say with pancakes.
yeah, David's definitely used them on pancakes before.
Could you put ice cream with them?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say the way to serve them and for dinner is I would either use like a whipped cream or mascarpone,
Mm.
or you could use ice cream. What's your fancy?
That's gonna be so good. I want one. I want one right now.
I'll bring you one.
I gotta make dinner, and it's gonna be soup.
Well, we love soup. We're a good soup. We're good soup people. All right. So yeah, you just want to make sure all the edges are closed down,
Okay.
and then paint it up with your egg wash. That also makes it, have a nice,
Yeah, I was gonna say it makes it give a nice golden sheen.
yeah. So I have the oven on 400,
Okay.
and I'll cook these for about 30 to 40 minutes, I would say.
At 400. Okay.
Yeah. And just kind of keep an eye on them. You want the crust to get golden and the apple to be soft.
There goes the cider.
There's the cider going in the bottom.
Wow.
And that's my babies. They're going in.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty. In you go.
You're getting me all, revved up for all the yummy desserts over the holidays to make. I just
Yeah.
love making that kind of stuff.
See, no, that was super fast. I did too. It would take you maybe 10 minutes to do 10 more minutes
Yeah.
to do 4.
Yeah.
And they're really pretty to serve as a dessert. For Thanksgiving, that's different than a pie, and it makes it a little more special. Although I do have a pie. My pie is a triple layer pie. I don't know if I told you this.
Which one? Which pie?
I've had this for Thanksgiving every year of my adult life. And I originally found the recipe on the train going from between New York and Connecticut on the Amtrak in an Amtrak magazine. And it sounded so cool. I've made it every year since, and I've perfected it along the way.
Wow.
So the bottom of the pie, I do it in a skillet, like a cast iron. And the bottom of the skillet, I caramelize pear and apple slices. And then I layer them around the edge and the bottom as if it's the crust, because it actually is. And then I make a pumpkin pie filling.
Whoa.
Sour cream in the middle. And then I make a topping that's mimics a pecan pie.
Oh my God.
And I put that on top. So one slice of pie, you get all 3 of your Thanksgiving pies with no crust.
Okay, are you gonna make this on the show? You have to make this.
I might have to. It's so good. Another one that's good for dessert. I mean, for breakfast, not just dessert.
That sounds like heaven.
It's a great pie, and I've made it every year. I usually make 2 pies because I have usually at least 15 people, but I'll do that, and then I change the other pie every year, whatever I feel like making some other.
Wow.
But,
I think I might make a lemon meringue pie. I have a pretty great lemon meringue pie. That's crazy.
I love lemon pie.
Like the meringue that's like
crazy high.
baked Alaska levels. That's fun.
You have more people.
Well, my mom makes a pumpkin chiffon from the real pumpkin.
Oh yeah, we grew up
pumpkin.
making those.
Super good.
Yeah, that was one of the things we made in the home bakery. pumpkin chiffon pie that we
That's
sold.
really good.
We sold those too.
And I love a good pecan pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I love chocolate pie too. Can be good.
Yeah, there's one I make at Christmas that's a cranberry mascarpone middle, and
Ooh.
the bottom is a famous cookies, that kind of cookie crust.
Oh, yum.
It's delicious.
Sometimes I make a cheesecake. We haven't made cheesecake on the show.
Yeah, cheesecake.
A cheesecake I make my stepfather Stan that he loves. I don't think he can eat it anymore after, when you have heart problems. But it's really good.
Don't make that and bring it over and go, oh, too bad you can't eat this.
I did make it for years, but everybody should have a good cheesecake in their arsenal.
In their repertoire. Yeah.
Okay, let's make all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yum.
Well, I'm glad you guys could hang out with us tonight. And I have to tell you, my t-shirt, this is the writing in it. It's all writing. And this is her dissents.
On what argument, do you know?
Don't know. It's like just a bunch of her dissents, I think.
That's so awesome. Where did you get it?
A company called Literary, I think. And they do books, like they do Wuthering Heights. They do Shakespeare stuff. It's a cool company.
That's neat. I love that.
Oh, what kind of apple? Granny Smith.
Yeah, Granny Smith.
And then, so now I'm going to tell you guys, we have 2 Senate elections coming up. We must win them.
You thought the politics was over? It's not.
It's not. No, it's not. Fairfight.com is Stacey Abrams' group. She's in Georgia. That's where those 2 races are. We must win them. We must.
If you can do whatever you can do, donate money, volunteer your time, whatever you can do.
Yeah, we need all hands on deck. Must be one, or we are messed up. There will be no coronavirus help. We won't get people approved as cabinet heads. So we need the Senate, people.
Very, very important.
Thank you.
We'll just keep talking about it every show. So
is that Stroudy talking about my pearls? She strung these for me. These are Biwa pearls from Lake Biwa that I think is now too polluted to get pearls from. And there are black diamonds in between that my friend.
I was going to say that was a beautiful necklace. I thought you were doing like a whole RBG little situation.
Yes, that's right,
with my pearls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, thank you. Well, people, here, let's see if I can get this right now.
Yes. Will it happen?
It is. I did it right.
Oh, look what shirt I'm wearing.
Oh, let's see. Woo!
I think I'm going to wear it for a year.
Well, look, it's not showing. What?
We're the show with our t-shirts.
I know, right? We'll end it. Stop it. Oh, where is it? There it goes. This is great.
The credits.
I don't know what credit I have in there, but it's not good. I'm not good at this. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you for watching. Go to YouTube, subscribe.